Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Melleny. My cat wants to say hello. If you'd like to get to know me a little better, all my social media links will be down below in the description bar. The best would be to interact with me on Instagram. I wasn't very active during the reading rush week because things just were a bit crazy, but I'm hoping to jump back into it this week, so be sure to check out my Instagram. I think it's going, I'm getting back into the swing of things. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into what my reading plans are for this week. If you didn't know, my reading plans tend to consist of the books that I hope to read in this following week. However, today's gonna be a little bit different. These are kind of more the books that I hope to read in the last 3 days of July, because if you didn't know, a majority of this week fall into August, so I'm hoping to finish these books before the end of July. But you know, at the end of the day, if I do only get to read them at the end of the week, maybe depending on how busy the beginning is, it will be okay as well. I also always categorize, except for the one time that I actually forgot, but I usually categorize my reading plans into 2 parts. One being mood reads, which is kind of books that I'm feeling in the moment. And then the second one is books that I have to read, that either have a deadline or a reason that I really have to get to them in this week. So we're gonna start, as always, with my must-read books. The first one is in fact a ebook, which I'll pop over here. It's called The Rogue King. I'm not too sure who the author is, unfortunately, but you can see on the cover. I am participating in a blog tour for this book with Espresso Tours. They're the ones who organized this. If you don't know, I kind of like to read a bit of a mix of genres. This is a adult paranormal, not fantasy romance. So I like to read quite a range of genres these days, and reading the cool slash, you know, kind of more adulty books that are, you know, tend to be frowned upon because they're romancy and they have all the schmut and the steaminess. I like to read those as a kind of a breaker in between books that I find quite heavy. And with the reading rush, I actually ended up reading like 1 or 2 books that were quite heavy, and I think that this is going to be the perfect break for that. Anyways, we're gonna keep moving on. There is 2 more books that I'd like to read this week, which are part of the must-read category, one more so than the other. The other book that I really have to read this week, or really would like to slash need to, is Starfall, Moss and the Last Day by Dominique Valente. I actually have an interview up on my blog with Dominique. You can go ahead and check that out if you're interested. It's quite a good one. There are definitely some really insightful answers that she gave to my questions. So yeah, I definitely recommend that you check it out. This is not a long book. I think it's going to be a really quick read, because we all know I like working in pages. It is under 300 pages, so hopefully I can read it in the beginning of the week. Also, it's something to do a bit of a palette cleanse, if you will. Voila. It's illustrated. It is a middle grade novel, and I thought it sounded really interesting, and I would like to have my review for this go up in August. So the next book is a book that I also received to review. I got Starfall from Jonathan Bull Publishers, but the next book is one that I also received to review, but also to feature. This week, you'll be able to win a copy of this if you're in South Africa, so be sure to check out my Instagram page for that information. But the book that I'm talking about is A Girl Named Shameless by Laura Stephen. I got this last month, and I'm hoping I can read it before the end of July and also feature it on my blog, because I'm doing a promotional thing with Bargain Book South Africa. So if you haven't checked out their page, their Instagram is always great. They also have really nice photos for Bookstagram. Highly recommend it. And they also kind of do weekly insights into what SA's top 10 is. So if you're from SA and you'd like to know that information of what books are selling, in case you want to know a gift for a friend who wants to read something, they're always a great option. They have gift guides, usually for December and the holidays, but they also have the weekly top 10, which is a great indicator of what your friend might like. And yeah, I'm hoping to get to this, send them a review this for them on my blog as well, and do a giveaway. So once again, if you're an SA, now is the best time to be following me on Instagram, because this giveaway is coming this week. The next thing we're going to jump into is my mood reads. Once again, I already have a really ambitious TBR for this week, because one, the month is changing, therefore my TBR is changing. For the most part, I would like to believe. I still haven't figured out all of that just yet. Both of these books are books that I hope to read before the end of the month of July, and so that they don't hop on over to August, because they've been hopping along through the months of my TBR, and I definitely want to get to them this month. The first one that I have here is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I have already placed my goal markers, my bookmarks in for every 50 pages to kind of give me a goal orientatedness to it. But I'm hoping to start the week off with this book because I think it's going to be fast, I think it's going to be great, and I'm hoping that I love the conclusion to the Shadow and Bone trilogy, because I think in August I would like to read Six of Crows and maybe, if possible, also Crooked Kingdom. So it would be great if I can finish this. This book isn't that long. It looks quite thick. It's only 350 pages, but it looks like it is longer, and that's because of the bonus content with the edition that I have. So we have The Demon in the Wood as the bonus, which I will probably read because it is a Darkling prequel story. You know what I would like, even though I haven't finished the trilogy, I feel like we need a little bit more of the Darkling, because I've heard some things about what happens and I'm not happy because I have hopes. I'm a Dark Luna fan. I am. I think Melleny is just not a good combination. I kind of want a bit more of the Darkling, a little bit more of background, and I think if Leigh Bardugo was ever to write another character kind of driven series like King of Scars, I think it would be great if we had a little bit of the Darkling. Just a reader suggesting opportunities. But yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to read this week, and hopefully I will. It will probably be the first book that I pick up because it's gonna be a quick one. And then, as I'm pretty sure you're already tired of this video and tired of the next book I'm gonna show you, but I'm serious, like, I'm seriously hoping that I can get to God's Grave this week. I really was in the mood for God's Grave during the reading rush. It was part of my TBR. If you didn't know, I'll pop that in the info cards if you just wanted to see what I'd hoped to read and what I actually ended up reading. So I'll also pop in the wrap up for that. But I was really feeling reading God's Grave, but I ended up picking up Aurora Rising, and that was the wrong thing to do, because after Aurora Rising, I did not feel like picking up this book because it was so heavy. But it is time. I kid you not, it is time for me to pick up God's Grave. I've had this for a while now, and Dark Dawn is coming out, and I was hoping to pick this up this last week so that I could get to Dark Dawn as soon as it is available. But, you know, things don't work out that way. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, honestly, friends, please tell me I need to read this. Not because of, like, whatever, just make sure I read this book this week. It is serious. I need to get to it. I got this a while ago from Jonathan Bull Publishers, who basically blessed me with this copy, and me being a ninny, I have not read it, and I need to. And it's the trade, which matches my trade of Nevernight. So these are all the books minus the ebook that I would like to read this week. As you can see, it's not a super ambitious TBR. It is ambitious in some ways, but in others, not that bad. It's only 5 books. I can manage 5 amongst my uni work and all of that jazz. But yeah, here's to hoping that I get to these really soon and I actually do get to read them. Before I say anything else, be sure to let me know what you're reading this week, because, you know, book recommendations are always a great thing. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Just expect some content this week, including my August TBR, which you are more than welcome to come and have a look at and recommend me some books on this video even. You know what you think I should read. If you see any books here even on my shelves whilst just watching this video, let me know what you think I should read, and then I might just put it on my TBR, because I am pretty much FOMO orientated. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.